It's a logo we all know well. For decades, it's been synonymous with the Chicago Blackhawks franchise. But who's the real man behind it? CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini tracked down a direct lineal descendant and great-granddaughter of Blackhawk, the legendary Native American war leader from Illinois. He traveled to Portland to meet her, and in an interview you will only see on 2, she's demanding the team stop using her ancestor's name and image.
We took our names from the natural world around us. The natural world's where we learn everything from.
With every brushstroke,
And beautiful birds.
the hawk has a great meaning to April Holder's family.
These are intelligent creatures.
In fact, one of her great-grandfathers was named after a hawk, Blackhawk, the legendary war leader of the Sac and Fox Nation from Illinois.
He'd be your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Yeah.
But now she can no longer hold in her pain. She's denouncing one of the most successful franchises in the National Hockey League, the Chicago Blackhawks.
Let's it fly! Score!
Yes, it is. It is identity theft. That's the contemporary term for it, right?
The family says this portrait of Blackhawk from 1833 is the most accurate portrayal of him. That's him on the right with his son. And nearly 2 centuries later, April says her ancestor is a victim of a modern-day crime.
If someone were to come and take your name and use it for something and profit off of it, what is that called? It's called identity theft.
April works as both an artist and an advocate for Native American rights. She says the team took Blackhawk's real identity and contorted it into this.
It's a stereotype. It's a generic stereotype depiction of a quote-unquote Indian, Native American.
Her family, Blackhawk's direct lineal descendants, say the logo is not only racist, it's also historically inaccurate.
To associate it with his name is to literally pick a specific person from my people's history and dehumanize them and reduce them to what, a cartoon?
They say they're honoring him by putting that logo on those jerseys.
I'm gonna dispute their definition of honor. Because that's not it. That's not how you honor people.
Decades of public pressure led other teams to change their names and logos.
That to me is not honoring somebody. That to me is demeaning.
Like the Cleveland baseball team and the Washington football team. But the Chicago Blackhawks are standing firm in their decision to keep theirs.
It's not okay to be racist. Just because Native Americans are a small demographic of the U.S. public doesn't mean we don't exist and we don't have feelings.
And nobody's contacted anyone in your family, direct lineal.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Not even after this statue outside the United Center was defaced in protest over the team's use of Blackhawk as a mascot in 2020.
I don't know who did it, but I'm proud of them.
She says Blackhawk was a man of courage and a diplomat.
He's very eloquent, well-spoken, and extremely intelligent.
A war leader who fought to prevent the United States from taking his tribe's land.
They massacred our people there.
She remembers visiting that land as a little girl with her mom and grandmother.
They massacred women and children there. But it's just a park now.
This is Blackhawk State Historic Site in Rock Island, Illinois. Blackhawk's family's photos, his direct lineage, hang in a museum here. This is a picture of April's grandmother as a child. A family honor that came with a price.
2 years ago, we at the Chicago Blackhawks made a promise to step back, reflect, and reimagine our work and relationship with Native American people.
Instead of changing the logo, team CEO Danny Wirtz got to work doing damage control with Native American organizations.
One of the first things that became clear is our past efforts throughout the decades had fallen short. We had real work to do, and we had trust to earn and people to listen to.
Then came financial donations to Blackhawk's existing tribe, the Sac and Fox Nation, which was previously against the team's use of the logo.
The Blackhawks now have a partnership with the Sac and Fox Nation.
I wouldn't call that a partnership.
On paper, it is a partnership. Here's how it worked. Beginning in 2020, Wirtz paid Nina Sanders, a Native American consultant, $14,000 a month to help the team improve their relationship with the community.
You told the team leadership of the Chicago Blackhawks that the logo has to go?
Yeah, and they still hired me. I told him that it was racist.
Initially, Nina says Wirtz told her he would change the logo, but after she set up a 2021 meeting with the tribe, all that changed. The tribal government then voted to approve the team's use of Blackhawks' name as a mascot. Soon after, the money and gifts started pouring in.
I feel like when these teams, these corporations seek out to do these types of things, to find their sellouts, they will look for people who are vulnerable to do that to.
Neither the team nor the tribe would tell us just how much the Chicago Blackhawks have paid them over the years. The CBS 2 investigators used public records from the Illinois Attorney General's office to trace the funds. Here's what we know. The team's charitable arm, the Chicago Blackhawks Foundation, sent at least $600,000 in cash and gifts to the tribe since 2021.
Do you believe the reason they went to visit the Sac and Fox Nation tribal government was to honor or to buy the right to continue to keep using?
I think it was to buy. I think it was to buy. There's no honor in what they're doing. It was to buy it.
Included in those gifts, this $220,000 decommissioned U.S. military Black Hawk helicopter, gifted to the tribe by Wirtz and the team's charity. Wirtz was there as it was placed as a monument on tribal land.
Oh, I see a total contradiction. He waged war against the U.S. government. He fought the cavalry. I think that hockey team has unethical practices. They did what's been done to Native people throughout history. They handpicked a few people and they persuaded them through unethical means to get what they want.
So if anyone should have been contacted for permission to use Blackhawk's name or image, it should have been your family.
Yes, I believe someone in my family should have been contacted.
And if they would have come and asked for permission, what would have you said?
There are things that are not for sale. The dignity of my tribe, my people, and my ancestors' legacy are not for sale.
But there was more.
Elliot, let's go!
The team went one step further and partnered with Budweiser and Goose Island Brewing to create this new line of beer, Blackhawks Pale Ale, sold inside the United Center Stadium and in stores with the logo on it.
It's actually blatantly disrespectful.
She says it's a matter of U.S. history.
They persuaded the men who were chiefs at the time of our tribe with whiskey and alcohol, and they got them drunk to sign away our lands and take advantage of whatever they wanted. And Blackhawk went and destroyed their whiskey barrels. He busted them up. He told them to refuse that because it was a sickness. And this team has the audacity to put his name on an alcohol product.
April is now getting her master's degree in Portland, Oregon, hoping to continue preserving Native American culture through art and history.
Shot, score!
She says seeing how her great-grandfather's image is used continues centuries of pain.
What's in your head?
Oh, it's emotional. I don't think it's in my head. I think it's in my heart. He did not make those sacrifices for some hockey team to exploit and profit off of him. That was not what he created a legacy for. He created it so that future generations like myself and my child could exist. It's not for a team to use.
Team CEO Danny Wirtz declined our request for an interview. Budweiser didn't respond, and neither did the tribe. And remember Nina Sanders, the cultural consultant who previously worked for the team? She filed a breach of contract lawsuit against Wirtz and the organization, claiming fraud, sexual harassment, and that she was pushed out after helping the team build relationships with the tribe. The Chicago Blackhawks deny all that. Dave Savini, CBS 2 Investigators.